Hey everyone, how's it going today? I'm Heather, I'm the Bent Yogi, and this is day 5 of our 21-day January Yoga Challenge. 5 days, right? This is awesome. I hope you're enjoying it so far. And today, we're going to get started in Child's Pose. So go ahead, come onto your mat if you have one. If you don't, that's okay. And let's get started in Child's Pose. Your Child's Pose. Right away, come into your breath. I mentioned it yesterday that I like Child's Pose because it helps me feel grounded, it helps me connect with my breath. And so I do begin a lot of my practices in Child's Pose. And even if you don't have the time for a full practice, just a couple of breaths, a couple of moments in Child's Pose can help you create a shift, feel more grounded. Right? Slow down a little bit. Because even though we're flowing as we move through this practice, we are slowing down so we can pay more attention and be more intentional. Not just right here, right now, but as we move through our day and as we move through our life. Feel your hands on your mat. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. As you inhale, feel your lungs, your rib cage expand. And as you exhale, that gentle contraction, the opportunity to release. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And as you breathe here and begin to slow down here, you might notice that there's resistance. Sometimes it's physical sensation, but sometimes it's stuff in your head. Your thinking mind jumping ahead, wanting to rush ahead. Notice when it happens, and simply come back and take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Let your shoulders soften. Feel if you can soften your jaw. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Now extend your hands a little more forward. Start to lift your hips, tuck your toes under, and come on into your downward facing dog. You might walk out your dog a little bit. We did that yesterday really slowly. So you can do that here. Bend one knee and pause, and then bend the other knee and pause. If you want to do it a little more quickly, you might move with your breath, bending one knee and then the other. But notice if you start to get a little carried away, and you're moving just to move, and you're not paying attention, not feeling your breath. That's a big piece of the practice. Noticing what you are doing. Noticing what you're not doing. While you're here on your mat, you're not grocery shopping. You're not doing laundry. You're not paying bills. Your thinking mind might want to take you to those places, but you come back each time and take a big breath in and a long breath out. Let's take another deep inhale here. And as you exhale, make your way up to the front of your mat. Walk up to your hands. Come into your ragdoll. Set your feet at hips width distance. That's a pretty good guideline for balance and stability. And if you want to feel it out, you can put your fists between your hands. Bend into your knees. Let your head drop. You can keep your hands hanging. You might grab your elbows, or I really like to bring opposite hand into the crook of opposite elbow so my hands are supported. You can soften your toes here. You might have some room to begin to lengthen and straighten your legs. Right? You might not. You might find that you have a really big bend in your knees with your torso resting on your thighs. You might even find that you're in more of a halfway lift. All of those variations are okay. They're better than okay. Right? They're just right because you are right here, right now. If you're in the forward fold, let your head drop, maybe move your head around a little bit. Still feeling your breath, feeling movement, feeling stillness, feeling balance. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. And sometimes what you notice first is that you feel out of balance. Even that's a big deal, because a lot of the times we walk around out of balance and never notice. So notice what you feel here, and feel that this practice can help you come back into balance. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. If you're holding your elbows, release your hands. Walk your feet closer together to touch, and come on up to stand. Rise up. Reach your hands up from the ground. Lift up a big inhale. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. Pause for a moment. And take a breath. Together, let's take a big inhale. Then a big exhale. Inhale, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Find your halfway lift, your flat back. Bring your hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up, your high plank. Now you can have your knees lifted or lowered here. Shoulders over wrists, your low belly draws in up so you are connecting through your center. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, shift forward and come on down. Untuck your toes, hands under your shoulders. Come up for your cobra or your low cobra. And let's take a couple of breaths here. Squeeze your elbows in. Feel the tops of your feet on your mat. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Roll them back. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, lower down, up through your tabletop and back to your downward dog or your child's pose. Now, set your gaze here or close your eyes so you're focusing in. And feel your breath. A big inhale. And a long exhale. And take a breath in. And a breath out. Take another deep inhale here. And as you exhale, make your way up to your hands. Setting your feet, finding your halfway lift on your inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. As you inhale, fill up, rise up, and reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Find your halfway lift, inhale. Bring your hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up. Now you can have your knees lifted or lowered. Instead of coming all the way down this time, feel if you can come forward and lower halfway down. This is your low push-up chaturanga. You might drop your knees. You might wind up coming all the way down. That's okay. From here, instead of a cobra, an upward facing dog. We'll take a couple breaths here. Your toenails are on your mat. You're leading with your heart. Your shoulders are soft. You might have a bend in your elbows. And you can have your knees lifted, but you might find you have your knees down. Maybe you are in more of a cobra, right? So whatever variation works, a cobra or an upward facing dog. Take one more big inhale. Now from your upward dog, you can simply tuck your toes under and come on back to your downward dog or your child's pose. So we're adding in variation. We're adding in options in the flow. And you always have options, whether you're on or off your mat. Take another deep breath in here. And as you exhale, make your way up to your hands. Set your feet. Find your flat back as you inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up. Lift up and reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat, stepping back to your high push-up with your knees lifted or lowered, moving forward, halfway down or all the way down for your low push-up. Now inhaling, your cobra, your low cobra, your upward dog, and as you exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, and a long breath out. Take a big inhale, and a big exhale. Now here, bring your knees down to your mat, sit back over your heels, and come onto your back. And we'll set up for a hip opener, a half pigeon variation. Set your left foot flat on your mat, take your right foot across your left leg. You can stay here with the left foot on the ground, or you can lift your left leg. You might catch with your hands behind your left leg and draw in. You can catch the front of your left shin and draw in. Flex your right foot. It's just the right foot that hangs off over your leg. We'll take a couple of breaths here. I hear the plow truck going by. We got some snow last night. What do you hear? Can you hear your breath? Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Release your hands, your legs. You can give your knees a little squeeze. Set your right foot on your mat and take your left foot across your right leg. Again, staying here with your right foot flat, or lifting your right leg and drawing in, using your hands to draw your legs a little closer toward you. Keep your fingers soft. Just like your breath, it doesn't have to be forceful. Supporting yourself, allowing yourself to be supported. Cultivating growth and change, strength and ease. One breath at a time. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Release your hands, your legs. Draw your knees in, give them a squeeze. And then extend your legs out on your mat. We'll take a short shavasana in our practice today. You take your legs straight. If that doesn't work for your low back, you might try your feet wide and your knees together. That gives your low back a little more support. And you can let your hands and your arms come alongside you. Palms spin up, shoulders soften down. We won't be here for too long. Take it one breath at a time. Take a big inhale. And a long exhale. Now you can wiggle your fingers and your toes, reconnecting with your body. Draw your knees to your chest. Roll to one side. And come on up to seated. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. And together, let's take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. All right, you guys. Thanks for joining me for today, for the first 5 days of our, there goes another plow truck, January Yoga Challenge. So what happens now? If you're following along, day 5, what about day 6, 7, and so on? Well, today is Friday. No new videos over the weekend. You can take the weekend off. If you missed one day during the week, you can make it up over the weekend. You can redo a couple of these practices. And then on Monday, we'll begin again with day 6, 7, and so on. Heard from some people that the 28 days all in a row, it was great, but it was a lot. So we wanted to make this really doable for you. And I'd love to hear what you think so far. Is it working? Is it doable? I sure hope it is. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And I'll see you on Monday for day 6.